All right, are you ready for your last workout of the week? This is cross training day, which is super exciting. So you're making it, or you have made it now, once this workout's done, through 2 whole weeks of our program. Well done, great job, yay you. Okay, our exercises for the day are going to be squat pulses, march in place, then push-ups, then half jacks. We're gonna mix it up a little bit today. Then floor Y raise, then march in place, and then ab crunches. Are you ready? Set your watch, because it doesn't count if your watch doesn't count it, as you know me. All right, we're gonna set our timer. All right, and first one is gonna be squats. So 3, 2, 1, and go. Remember, watch those knees. Make sure that they are moving towards your pinky toe and not inwards towards your big toes or just all the way in. Yeah, a lot of times people will do this. Bad, bad, bad. Don't do this. You want your knees to be straight out and moving more towards your pinky toe. So, as we've been working out and talking together, I was thinking that we should do something educational just to learn more about overall health and wellness. By the way, it is cross-train day, so our exercises are only 35 seconds, so they go a whole lot faster. All right, after this, we are going to get on the floor and do push-ups. Remember to do them from your toes if you can, but if you can't, do them from your knees. So anyway, I've decided I'm gonna come up with a whole bunch of talking points throughout the workout. That way it makes it go a little bit faster and we can all learn something new while we are doing our exercises. And we have the rockin' tunes here if you just want to tune me out and listen to the music, which is fine too. All right, on the floor for push-ups. So one thing that I've been thinking a lot about lately, oh, by the way, if you want, send me some comments and ideas of things you would like to hear about during our workout. That way, it's things you guys want to hear and learn about, not just things I want to talk about. So send your questions, send your topic ideas, and we can always do videos on your topics as well, on your questions. I'm happy to put together some recipes and things that we can, all right, up on your feet and half jacks. Or do a jumping jack if you want. Okay, so like I was saying, we can do recipe videos, cooking videos, recipe ideas, and any of the health and wellness and fitness questions that you might have. After this, we're gonna go to floor Y raise. If you can't do that, go back to bird dogs. Remember what those are? I'll demonstrate them here for you both in just a second. 3, 2, 1, floor Y raise. On the floor, on your belly, and only the upper body raises up. Your arms are out into a Y position, and just the upper body gets raised on this one. I have floor detritus, even though I vacuum my floors every day. It is amazing how much stuff gets in. So, what is today's topic? Great question, I'm glad you asked. It is healthy food swaps. And back on our feet. And what do I mean by healthy food swaps? Well, most people cook with oil, but corn oils and other vegetable oils are terrible. Lots of processed garbage in there. But olive oil and or avocado oil are great oil options. I don't use butter on anything. I don't use vegetable oil on anything. I literally use olive oil. I don't even have any other oils in my camper. Okay, last one, ab crunches on the floor. So a really great healthy food swap is olive oil in place of butter or anything else that you are using. Now, if you're cooking things on high heat, then avocado oil is gonna be a better option for you. Although I have to say, I still use olive oil, but avocado oil has a higher burn or a higher temperature rating for it. So you can cook things at higher levels. 3, 2, 1. Rest, and we're already done with our first round. All right, catch your breath. This is only a 35-second break, so let's get back up on our feet. So that's what I was saying, avocado oil has a higher temperature rating for it, so you can cook things at higher temperatures with avocado oil and it won't burn. Whereas olive oil, it does not have as high of a burn or temperature rating. So, but anyway, like I said, I just cook everything pretty much on a medium high, or low of course, and use olive oil for pretty darn much everything. Get ready for squats, and down and up, watch those knees. So healthy food swap number 1, get rid of butter or margarine. Margarine is nothing but chemicalized yuck. So try not to use any margarine. And swap it out with olive oil. Even honestly, if I'm just craving, bread and butter, which I don't have very often, I don't have butter, I just put olive oil on it instead. Absolutely wonderful. Okay, you're craving something sweet. You want to reach for chocolate. Well, if you're going to, all right, half jacks. Those are march in place. You're craving chocolate. Well, try to go for dark chocolate, and the higher the percentage of cacao, that's it. The better off you will be. Dark chocolate has a lot of really good antioxidants. So dark chocolate's a great option, especially if you're having a sweet craving. Now, a better bet is don't have any of that in your camper to begin with. All right, push-ups, and have some fruits and vegetables. Anytime I'm craving anything sweet, I immediately go for strawberries, blueberries if you can find them or if they're in season, and honeydew and cantaloupe. I almost always have those items in my camper at all times. Those are my sweet treats. Apples are another great option. And you can combine apples with peanut butter, which is a great balance, which kind of leads me to a whole nother topic. All right, up on your feet. Half jacks. Anytime you have something sweet or carb heavy, you know what you want to do? You want to mix it with a protein or a healthy fat. So if you were going to indulge in that cookie, that cake, that slice of pie, that's okay. We all have to do it. If you deprive yourself too much, then what's going to happen is you're going to overindulge in it. So if you are craving it, have it, but do the right thing. Balance it out with a tablespoon of peanut butter or a tablespoon of olive oil. All right, floor Y raises. Oh, and if you can't do the floor Y raise, remember, bird dog is a great alternative. I'm gonna stick with floor Y raise. So why do you want to add a protein or a healthy fat to offset a carb? It slows down the metabolism of the sugars or of those carbohydrates, and it makes your body not have that spike in sugar and insulin levels. Much healthier option. All right, back on our feet. March in place. And after this, we're gonna go to ab crunches. All right, more healthy food swaps. If you were craving a steak, go for a smaller piece of it. Or, better yet, go with fish or chicken. Those are leaner cuts of protein and much, much, much better for you. So little healthy swaps. If you were craving something crunchy, instead of going for potato chips, do you know what I'm gonna say here? Popcorn, of course. Let's go down to ab crunches. All right. It's funny, did you know that only 3% of, you can also put your arms out for a little bit of balance on the crunches as well. But only 3% of Americans, A, have a healthy diet, B, are a healthy weight, C, don't smoke, and D, exercise regularly. 3%. So that means that 97% of people in America do not do one of those 4 things or all of those 4 things. And that statistic is disturbing to my little head, because that means like 3% of people are living a relatively healthy lifestyle. 3%. That explains why our healthcare system is always taxed. That explains the obesity level in our country. All right, 10 more seconds, and we're gonna do our last round. Squats are next. Catch your breath, 3, 2, 1, and squat down. Remember, watch those knees. So find out which one of those items you fit into. Do you do 2 out of 4? Do you do none out of 4? First thing to quit is probably smoking. It is the absolute worst thing for you. Nothing but carcinogens and toxins going into your body, and you'll be amazed at how much better you'll feel once you stop that. And there's lots of alternatives now. I mean, if you don't want to use the patches, there's acupressure or acupuncture. Lots of really great options. All right, march in place. All right, we're on our last round. Hang in there. So again, tiny efforts equals total health. Little bitty changes. Like I said, if you're craving pretzels or some salty snack, have seeds, have pumpkin seeds instead. Seeds are loaded with protein, healthy fats, and amino acids. They're really, really, really great for you. But again, look at your portion sizes. You don't want to just indulge. But again, if you're gonna have a whole bag of Oreos, I'd rather you have a whole bag of pumpkin seeds. It's probably that much better for you. All right, push-ups. And breathe. So think about where you can make some minor efforts to do some little changes that will make a huge difference in not only your quality of life, but of your health. Because you don't want to be taxing that healthcare system. You don't want to get run off to the hospital because you can't breathe or because you're having a heart attack. Little efforts. And by the way, you don't have to do horrible, huge, long workouts. That's what these 15 minutes are all for. All right, after this, we're gonna go to floor Y raise. Right now we're on half jacks. All right, get that heart rate up. I'm at 117, which is really good for an indoor RV workout. And this is our last round. After this, we go to floor Y raise. Okay, so really, really great topic today. Hey, my washing machine's done. See, multitasking at its finest. Do a load of wash while I'm doing my workout. Get it all done in one. All right, floor Y raise on the floor. All right, now kind of back to the whole carb and combination. If you're gonna have mashed potatoes, have it with a protein, have it with chicken or fish or some meat, so that way your insulin and sugar levels are not just gonna skyrocket. Anytime you have a bag of potato chips, combine it with a few almonds, some raw almonds. That will absolutely help. Okay, march in place. One more after this. So think about that 3% of America that is living a healthy lifestyle and cut out something that isn't quite working for you. You don't have to do them all at once, just do one little thing at a time. If you're not regularly exercising, start walking. Walking is the single best thing you can do for your body. Just walking will help your knees, your joints. It'll help strengthen bones because you're building muscle. On the floor for ab crunches. All right, so if you're not regularly exercising and that's an easy thing for you to incorporate into your life, then do that. If you're not a healthy weight, then start increasing your water intake. Start increasing your activity levels. Start doing those tiny food swaps. Again, popcorn's a great alternative to chips. You can get your salty, you can get far fewer calories. It's very filling, and I have bags and bags of it in my camper at all times. And guess what? We're done! Woo! All right, stand up. Let's do some quick stretching. All right, bend over, touch your toes if you can, or touch whatever you have available to you. If that's shins, if that's knees, whatever. We worked our whole body today, so we just want to get a little bit of a stretch in for everything. Hand, or the foot and the hand. Press those hips forward, knee gets pressed to the floor. A lot of people do this stretch, does nothing basically for you. What you're trying to do is stretch out this quadricep muscle. Switch sides. All right, we'll do a quick arm stretch here in a minute. This is great for balance, holding the core, great for the abs. All right, press the hands together. Stretch forward. Oh, one of my favorite ones. Feels so good. And in the back. All right. That's it, my friends. Remember, total efforts equals total health. Do one little tiny swap every day to create an overall healthier and better you. All right, that's it for today, folks. Bye for now.